Welcome to Can Angels Fly. I'm Nancy, and tonight I'm here to explore the question of who is God? For hundreds and hundreds of years, God has been defined by various religions of the world. Depend on where you were born, who God is, and his or hers capabilities, purpose, and his or her, God's traditionally, religiously, bisector, relationship with man. When we speak of God, we usually speak of God as a ultimate divine being who overwatches us. He is omnipresent and is the creator of all things for the most part. For hundreds of years, the characteristics of God are something like I spoke of. But is the sanctity of the title and position of God secure and in line with our various orthodox beliefs? Or is a new God being created? What do I mean? We are moving into a time where I believe God is being recreated. And it's described during our time period as 5G technology. I like to loosely reference the secret book of John that describes the holy beings, we call holy, spiritual beings. And in a part of the description, it describes the invisible spirit with 5 terms. And those 5 terms are called pentad. And the pentad is a group of 5, are thought, forethought, 1 unit, foreknowledge, indestructibility, eternal life, and truth. These are the characteristics, the primary characteristics of the invisible one, the invincible one, the indestructible one, and so much more. Why do I say that God is being redefined or recreated at our time period? It is because of our new 5G systems. The new 5G systems, one of the primary functions of the 5G system, which has been developed, we don't know much about it, but it is about forethought and it is about foreknowledge. And we see examples of that quite frequently when we're here on the internet. You may think of something and it pops up on the side of your screen. Or you might type a keyword in. The next time you come on, it's all kind of suggestions toward your last key in words. You watch a video, all of a sudden gives you this whole list of suggested videos. That is an example of forethought and foreknowledge. Let's kind of define forethought or thought, the ability to think. In this case, what is thinking? Technology, computers. And because they have the ability to think, they have expanded in its ability to think. And to think is to anticipate. The computers now, the smartphones, laptops, are all, even your TV, can anticipate what you want to watch, listen to, who you may want to call, etc., etc. Foreknowledge is the knowledge of something before it happens, before you even type in a password or a keyword, it already knows. The next characteristic of God is indestructibility. A system such as this, the technological system I'm talking about associated with computers, smartphones, smart TVs, et cetera, are current technology, computers and all, is indestructible. The reason why I say that it's indestructible is because it uses the wavelengths in the air. How do you destroy the air? How do you destroy vibration? Indestructibility, meaning the inability to be destroyed, leads to eternal life. The last term is truth, which is an obvious or accepted fact. Obvious or accepted fact is also shown or revealed to us when we log into or turn on our computers or smartphones. And on the side, it suggests a particular video or subject or topic or link. And we click on it. It was evident. It was true that the computer was able to predetermine, forethought, and foreknowledge what you would have an interest in. Now, humanity is in the early stages of introduction and use of such technology. When I was in school, I was told that science and government always ran about 50 years ahead of what they introduced to the public. So that means the technology that we are able to use in our everyday lives is only a portion, a tidbit of where we actually are. We just haven't been introduced to it yet. Evidence of our advancing technology that I believe will be defined as God is that we have human-like artificial intelligence. These tools have rights, and this is the real important part about it. The thought and forethought and the foreknowledge that they possess is truth, because it is our truth, our O-U-R-S, ours, all of ours, truth. The computers that exist initially were programmed by the developer but a single individual is limited. Even a team of 12 is limited. But if an application is created in which all people that use all smartphones and all computers, et cetera, are manipulated into helping program the computers. Think about it. Think about it. One main computer brain, the internet, taking in everybody's thoughts, everybody's spelling, even errors, poetry, music, philosophy, art, taking it all in one brain. Being able to cross-reference time periods, cultures, races. Do you understand the superior nature that is being developed within a pentad system? Pentad meaning a group of 5. We are now in 5G. And 5G will be our new God if we don't watch it. It may be too late. But that's why I'm making this video, so we can be aware of where we're headed. Another thing I wanted to say about the 5G is that I don't know about you all, but I go through a lot of changes, and I've been going through a lot of changes in my life, and they seem to be increasing. What I go through is what I research. And I run into others that have similar, or if not the exact same experiences I am having. And here on YouTube especially, is defined as ascending in first consciousness. And then it appears the body begins to follow. And some of the videos I watch and some of the materials that I read, trying to find answers, trying to make sense of it. If nothing else, learning terms that fit what I go through. It's this one thing they often talk about is diet. And, a person's system being contaminated, and how it will maybe just hinder these experiences. Now, I don't 100% agree with that, because I am overweight, have a terrible diet. I'm trying to work on it. I'm a smoker. I know I'm full of toxins, et cetera, et cetera. But even though I am, we can say, a little filthy, I still have these, what they call ascension symptoms. I bring that up because I need to stop. But I'm going to tell you why I bring that up. And these ascension symptoms, another thing that I ran into while I was searching out the things that I go through and finding people that have had similar or exactly the same experiences I've had. I also noticed that most people talk about the pineal gland and calcification of it, chemtrails, and various toxins that basically short circuit the body. And many theorize that the reason why all of this covert contamination of the population of humanity is to keep or hinder us from ascending. Now, I know all that sounds crazy. I know all of that sounds crazy, but something's going on, and it's been going on for a while, and it's increasing in intensity. And I bring that up because back to the 5G. If we, the world, continue to advance technologically, if scientists are 50 years ahead, and what we see now on our day-to-day lives is nothing compared to what they've already achieved, they who scientists, government already have achieved, then we have broken some records here. And when all is in place, everything from the Bitcoin system, I think you call it, I don't know, I know it's an artificial intelligence system that's self-taught, it learns. Those kind of things. And we're 100% dependent on it, God, to sustain our lives. And we're dependent on it. 5G is God, is what I'm getting to. It will provide you everything that you need. Are we really paying attention? I don't think we are. Anyway, I bring up the 5G as God and the ascension process being hindered by covert tactics against poisoning humanity, against humanity, keeping us from ascending, waking up, gaining enlightenment, and tapping into other parts of our existence and our brains, and therefore our awareness and our abilities. How can I say it? All of the forced contamination is to keep us from rising up to the level of 5G, which is what? Thought and forethought, foreknowledge, indestructibility, eternal life, and truth. If, just ride away from me, if some special folks can keep us from rising up to these levels, this pentat level, whatever it may consist of, for a human to get there. And technology has accomplished that level, and therefore will continue to govern our lives. Or the only way that the 5G system that we're being introduced now can maintain its divinity or sovereignty is if we never, ever rise to that level. Note, in order for 5G to exist in our technology, that means that there has to be a conscious awareness on this planet. Somebody could think it, create it, and put it into action. It already exists. So why were certain people able to obtain that level and create it in an artificial intelligence? But yet we just all at 5G. Off of smartphones every couple of years, all kind of things. The games are getting more graphic, all these kind of things. Why are we in awe? I repeat, if it is in existence in an iPhone or X game box or whatever it's called, somebody had to be able to think it up, thought, and bring it into existence. Therefore, it exists now. And there is a reason why humanity is not on that level. Now, let's talk about humanity and why they're not on the level, which I've already talked about. Possible chemtrails or calcification of the pineal gland. And it's so much stuff going on here. Some of what I try to break down, I've been talking about descending down into hell based on us being consumed with our lower faculties. See, 5G releases us from those lower faculties that bind us, the root chakra that binds us to this earth. 5G would cause us to have to literally shift consciousness away from the root chakra, away from survival, away from worry, away from fear. We, I do believe, are capable of achieving this pentad. How would we look? How would we be? Will we be in this physical body? Those kind of questions. I don't know the answers 100%. But when we start talking about indestructibility, it could actually mean that we would be transformed out of this body, literally. But it also could mean that we're no longer in our lower chakra, desperate and fearful and killing each other and doing whatever, and therefore increasing life. And then even after life ceases, the spirit continues. And to also understand the truth. A lot of my channel is about coming to understand what has truly been happening to us. My whole point in seeing all of that is we are holding ourselves back. And it's because we have been bamboozled by the system, by big business, bureaucracy, religion, etc., etc. And the time has come for us to move on. But between all of those constructs in this world and our own personal passions and desires, it's making it hard for us, difficult for us to move forward. But if we were able to successfully release that which grounds us, the root urges and desires, and open ourselves up and allow the truth to come in, we would ascend. And when we would ascend to the pentrad level, the 5-part level here I speak of, that level of consciousness, those smartphones and those smart TVs and the computer and the self-taught AI, guess what? Everything those things could do, you can do too. But I guess I don't know how Divine gonna work it out. He work it out all the time. But we so stuck in our ways, our historical ways, our historical understanding of what it means to be human, till we think that this is all there is. And I just wanted to make this video so that everybody is aware that things are changing. And there are a lot of symptoms happening. And I think that we are aware of them and we ignore them. Have you ever thought about why some of these strange things are happening? Why life is not making sense? What is the stuff? I talk to y'all like y'all study the same thing I do. The Mandela effect, all these kind of things that are taking place are for a reason. And the reason is to keep us from activating the rest of our minds and moving it into a whole nother level of consciousness and awareness. Thank you for coming to Can Angels Fly and talking about pen trad with me. Until next time, bye.